Let me ask you a very quick question. Do you have a job interview coming up soon? And if so, would you like to pass it at the first attempt? If the answer is yes, make sure you watch this video. I am going to teach you 5 easy steps for passing your interview at the first attempt. So if you are applying for any job role, make sure you stay tuned. And just very quickly, if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thousands and thousands of you are passing your job interviews at the first attempt. It makes it much easier for me to help you when you are subscribed. Please give the video a like and tell me the name of the job you are applying for in the comment section below the video, and I will give you some extra tips to help you pass. Okay, let's start working through these 5 easy steps for beating the competition at your job interview. Make sure you write these down. Step number 1 for preparing for your interview is to learn how to overcome interview nerves. Now this is super important because unfortunately the majority of people who go along to interviews get so nervous that they can't then perform to the best of their abilities and they don't get offered the job. And that is a real shame. Always remember this. An interview is just a meeting between you and a potential employer. It's just a meeting to find out whether you are suitable for the job role, but also whether you want to work for their company. Once you change your mindset and start thinking that an interview is just a meeting, then your nerves will reduce significantly. Let's now move on to step number 2. In this next step, let me give you an insider's viewpoint of how a hiring manager thinks. Now, it takes a lot of time, effort, and resources to hire someone for a position. Therefore, the hiring manager wants to take someone on in the role who has researched their company. So if you want to stand out from the competition, make sure you quickly research the company before your meeting. Now, the employer wants to hire someone who is genuinely excited about working for their company, because that means they are more likely to stay in the role for a longer period of time. And that's great news for the hiring manager because they then don't have to re-advertise the position for several years. So let me quickly teach you how to research a company before your interview. Write this down. When researching a company, do the following 3 things. Go onto their website, About Us page, to find out what they actually do. Number 1, have a look at the products and services they offer. You can also go online and find out the positive things customers are saying about the company in their reviews. Gathering this information is going to help you easily answer the tough question, why do you want to work for us? The second thing to do, again on the company's About Us webpage, is to find out what their mission is, their company mission, and also what their values are. And very soon, in my example answer to the question, why do you want to work for us? I will tell you how to incorporate their values into your answer. And the final 3rd thing to do when researching a company is to make sure you follow them on social media, because that will then tell you what they've been doing in the industry and it will give you details of their latest news stories. So let me now give you a brilliant top scoring example answer to the question you will definitely have to answer at your interview. Why do you want to work for us? Write this down. Why do you want to work for us? I want to work for you because you are in an industry I am passionate about. We spend a lot of time at work And I want that time to be used effectively for a forward-thinking company like yours. I researched you before applying, and I'm attracted to your positive workplace culture and company values which align with mine. My research also tells me your products and services are created to a high standard. I will get to work on exciting tasks and projects that enhance your customers' lives. Finally, I want to work for you because you provide an inclusive workplace culture where there is opportunity for everyone to reach their full potential. Make sure you pause the video and write down that answer. Step number 3 for easily passing your job interview is to make sure you practice your introduction. Now, right at the start of your interview, the hiring manager is going to say to you the following thing. Please introduce yourself. Now, it is important to practice your response because you want to get your interview off to a positive start and you want to create a really good impression with the hiring manager. So in the next section of this video, I will give you the perfect structure to use for introducing yourself before giving you, again, a top scoring answer. Now, the best structure to use when introducing yourself in an interview is easy to remember. This is a structure I personally created just for you, and it is called my SEAT structure, S-E-A-T. And you can easily remember this because, of course, you will be sitting down on a seat at your interview. So when they say to you, please introduce yourself, just remember you're sitting down on a seat. And that's the 4 things you have to talk about. S is the skills you have that are a match for the job description. Quickly look at the job description before your interview and make sure the skills you talk about are a match. E stands for 2 things. First of all, your education background, the qualifications or certifications you have attained. Then briefly talk about the experience you can bring to their company. You then move on to A, which is your accomplishments. Tell the hiring manager some of the great things you have achieved in your life so far, either from previous job roles or your personal life. Talking about your accomplishments tells the hiring manager you are a high achiever. And then finally, finish off with T, which is telling them the type of person you are and what you are going to do in the role to make a positive difference to their company. So when introducing yourself, use my SEAT structure. Let me now give you a top scoring example answer for you to write down. Here we go. Introduce yourself. Here we go. Thank you for this opportunity. I have the skills to match the job description. I am a hard-working, diligent, responsive and self-motivated employee who always puts the needs of my team first. My qualifications are a great match for this industry, and my experience of working on teams, completing difficult projects and delivering excellent customer service means I am ready-made for this position. I have a track record of achievement. In my last role, I was praised for my strong work ethic, how I went above and beyond for customers and was flexible in my duties to support the company in times of need. If you hire me, I will be a great role model for the company and take ownership of my professional development to ensure you always receive a great return on my salary. That's a great answer to introduce yourself. Step number 4 for passing your job interview is to make sure you prepare answers to the top 7 most asked interview questions. Now, these 7 questions come up during 95% of job interviews, and I'm confident if you give top scoring answers to these questions, you should get offered the job. So the first 2 questions we have covered are, introduce yourself, and why do you want to work for us? Let me tell you what the other 5 questions are. What are your greatest strengths? Question number 4, what is your biggest weakness? Do not say, I don't have any weaknesses, or my weakness is I am a perfectionist. Don't say either of those things. Question number 5, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Question 6, what are your salary expectations? That's a tough question to answer. And question 7, why should we hire you? That's your opportunity to make sure you stand out from the other candidates. But how do you answer these additional 5 questions? Let me tell you how. Click that link when you are ready at the top of this video, and you can watch me give perfect answers to those 7 questions in a real live job interview. Step number 5 for preparing correctly for your job interview is make sure you have some questions ready to ask at the end of your interview. So right at the end, they are going to say, that's the end of your interview. Do you have any questions? Now, the problem is the majority of people say, no, I don't have any questions because you covered everything in the interview. They say that because they don't want to take up any more of the hiring manager's time, but also they want to get out of there as soon as possible. That is a big mistake. I recommend you ask the hiring manager 3 brilliant questions. Here they are, write these down. The first question to ask is as follows. What advice would you give to the successful candidate who wants to excel in their work for your company? Now that is a great question because it tells the hiring manager you will accept feedback from them to grow and do great things in your position. The second question is a really good one. What opportunities will there be for professional training and growth in this role? So that's another clever question because it tells the hiring manager you are the person, the type of person who wants to continually develop and improve in the position. And that's great for them because that means they will always get a brilliant return on your salary. And the third and final question is another really smart one. Can you tell me more about the team I would be a part of in this role and their responsibilities? That is a great question because it tells the hiring manager you understand the importance of teamwork in your role. Make sure you pause the video, write down those 3 questions and ask them at the end of your interview. Okay, so there you have it, 5 easy steps for passing your job interview at the first attempt. Now, do you want to accelerate your learning even further? Would you like to become an interview master who passes every job interview at the first attempt? If the answer is yes, then make sure you get my ultimate job interview preparation pack. You can literally have this in your inbox within 2 minutes from now by clicking that link in the top right-hand corner of the video. Here's what you get when you instantly download the pack. You will get my brilliant salary negotiation script. I will teach you how to answer the question, what are your salary expectations, with confidence. You will also get my 17 best questions to ask in an interview. Don't forget, ask 3 of them at the end. You will also get my full body language techniques training. I will teach you how to create a brilliant impression throughout your job interview by good body language and interview technique. You will also get my outstanding 30, 60 and 90-day plans for job interviews. Now, these are great for when answering the question, why should we hire you? You take along the 30, 60 and 90-day plan to your interview and you incorporate them into your answer, why should we hire you? These will definitely help you stand out from the competition. You will also get my top 25 best words to say in an interview. These words will definitely resonate with every hiring manager. You will also get my interview closing statement. So I will teach you how to close your job interview professionally And as if that wasn't enough, you will also get my ready-made CV and resume templates, plus you will also get an additional 50 great answers to difficult interview questions. If you want all of this in your inbox right now, then click the link in the top right-hand corner of the video. And finally, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I am very passionate about helping you pass your interviews. I can only do that if you are subscribed. Hit the like button, because that really does energize and motivate me. And also, please make sure you connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It is always an absolute honor and a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the very best for passing your job interview. Have a great day.